ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, see, ain't nobody What is up, guys? It is Zenoyashu. We got another reaction clip for you today. Basically, we're gonna roll the clip. We're gonna watch the interaction between, we got two different men. It's a viral moment between Anton Daniels and Corey Holcombs. And we're going to watch how they interact. How do they have this heated moment that went viral? And I'm gonna give my take on the matter. Nobody asked, but hey, I'm gonna give it anyway. So let's roll the clip.
Be said, but here's the truth. We know, if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
God, this is so crazy.
Do you think that's wrong? What I said?
This is so insane.
Is that what I said? I said when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
Like, I'm gonna answer your question.
Majority of cops aren't shooting a majority of people.
It depends on the circumstance.
And that's real.
And the interesting thing about it is this: the majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Okay. Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about
triggered right now.
You should say that one time.
And Anton's prefacing, I'm talking about cops.
Black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No.
I don't think you got
people all the time.
Well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me? Because I
talk
don't
about
know.
liberal white women literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Now they derailed. Anton is making a point, and now he's not making. He has to defend himself now, and he couldn't expound on the point.
But we gonna get there. Because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the court. No,
I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them because if you go against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. We say that, but here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall of it?
I'm an equal accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
He probably doesn't speak on black men either.
You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you taking the...
You don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
He heard capacity.
No. You got me wrong.
You too busy.
My capacity,
he said too busy.
That you just criticized.
He's hung up on words rather than the message being sent.
Here's the fact. Have you said something about Caucasian males and how they destroy?
He's saying that you're too busy running a show to watch my shows every day.
Let's slow down because you're talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud.
See how he has to escalate? He's getting triggered.
What did the Caucasian male do to America?
He's so hung up on that.
Bring it down.
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it. And that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But
don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now.
And that's
you doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
So we're gonna pause right here. What you're seeing so far in the exchange is that Anton's trying to make a point, and so once he tried to make that first point of that blanket statement, Corey was emotional. Now he's like, oh, you only talk about black people, you don't talk about white people. Instead of listening to the point that's being made, bro's feelings got into it. And once feelings is amped up, all logic is out the door. So Anton could be speaking facts, but Corey doesn't want to hear it. And so now, as you can see, I want you to remember this. He said that you kiss the ass of white people. Essentially, you worship white people. Let's just keep it a buck. And then he said, you suck the meat of black people. It means you pleasure black people. And it's tit for tat. It's tit for tat. And I want you to now watch how this interaction goes. Watch how... So they both insulted each other. Just, playground talk. Someone insults you, you insult them back. But I want you... Corey's been hyper emotional this whole time. Anton's been trying to make points. Anton's trying to have a conversation. And Corey's trying to say... He said white people are your boss and you cater towards white people. So let's see how this tit for tat insult. They both went back and forth. Let's see how it goes.
You homie,
let me tell you something, homie. I don't suck dick.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So fix
You're doing
that.
it right now.
And remember, he's been fixed on words rather than meaning.
Believe me when I tell you, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
And I like that. Full counter. I give you the energy you give me.
I don't do no dick sucking shit.
Have you been respectful and cordial? No, I can insult you back. It's fair game.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
See how he stepped up on him? I want you to remember this. He's in his face.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either.
He said, "Are you kiss ass of white people?"
Oh, you
I don't give a fuck about what you talk about.
Hey, homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Respect on Anton for not backing down.
Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from
He's in
Detroit.
foreign territory. This isn't his show. He went to visit them, and Corey's been openly disrespectful to him. And so when he gave him that same energy back, apparently he can't handle it. So now we're gonna pause here. And so what you've seen right now is he got big with him. He came up to him, and so he feels disrespected. And so remember, instead of the context of what you're saying, the meaning of the words you're saying, if I give you a simile, I say a blanket statement and it's a comparison, rather than understanding the meaning of what I'm saying, you're getting hung up on the words I'm saying. And this is similar to the leftists. This is similar to the cancel culture. This is similar to, oh, words hurt my feelings. And so you're a Nazi, you're a racist, essentially words. And so what I'm comparing to is when Democrats, leftists, you're having a conversation, and instead of listening to the meaning of what you're saying, they're all of a sudden offended. And then after they're offended, they start insulting now. And so he didn't even realize his offense. He said, I don't suck meat. Obviously, we know that. It's obvious. If you're being logical and you're listening, it's obvious. You said he kissed the ass of white people. Does he obviously go around kissing white people's ass? Hey, take down your pants. Let me kiss your ass. No. He's saying that you're sucking up to them and you essentially are, you could just say worshiping white people, lowering yourself to put them on a pedestal. And he's saying back, you suck the dick of white people. Black people, do you honestly suck their meat? No. He's saying that's a simile or a metaphor to you putting that black people on the pedestal, black people not holding other black people accountable. Instead of talking about the facts and figures, because you're black and I'm black, I'm supposed to, all of a sudden we have this unionship. And so me being a Nigerian American, not slave African American, when they're calling you African booty scratcher, listen, and if you go to Africa, there's no loyalty among black people. You're black, I'm black, let's come together and build Wakanda. That's not real life. Take a trip, go to Africa, go to Lagos, go to Nigeria, go to Libya, go to Algeria, go to Egypt. You're black, I'm black, hey brother. Another black person will kill you. Similar to the US, in the hood. Another black person will rob you. There is no black unity. The Dr. Umar Johnson, Pan-Africanism, all black people come together, and cause I'm black, y'all, cause I'm black, y'all, cause I'm black. Listen, go to Africa, take a trip. I'm sure the flight prices aren't that expensive. And you'll suddenly realize there's no unity like the unity you're calling for here, because you're black and I'm black. We can't criticize each other and we're supposed to stick together. And so he's offended. He's saying he's getting hung up on Anton saying he sucks meat because of, men, hyper masculinity. Oh, I'm not with that gay stuff. And it's always, I hate to say it, I'll say it. My wife said the most insecure men always have to prove themselves. I'm not gay, dude. I'm not gay, dude. I don't do it. You kissed your brother? No, I'm not gay, man. You know Riley from the Boondocks? Ninja, that's gay. That's gay. You hug your dad? That's gay. You told another man have a good date? That's gay. It's the ignorance of the hood mindset. The ignorance. And so let's go into the next part.
I saw Charles Barkley in the airport one day. And I realized how big he was when I saw him in the airport. Now, I've said things about Charles Barkley. If he was standing in front of me and he said, say that shit now,
that's called the keyboard warrior.
Back, man.
Are you getting punked? You said it online, you won't say it in person?
That's the only one.
You know what the problem with this show today is? We got to do a part 2. Because we ain't talked about none of the shit that we supposed to talk about.
That's why, because we can't say dick sucking in front of each
See
other.
how he's hung up on that?
Well, I know that now, right? I get it.
And I appreciate you for giving me that, because that shit, I forget. I'm still Corey, because I don't live a life of getting into it with people. I really
Then why
don't.
did you step
Corey,
to him?
You pick on people that you think ain't gonna respond to you.
Give me an example.
Charles Barkley. You just said I'd pick on Charles Barkley online, but if it was in person, I wouldn't do it.
You pick your targets based off of what you think they ain't gonna do. And that's why you feel comfortable.
Charles Barkley, perfect
saying
example.
Some of the wild shit that
He
you
literally telling on himself
online.
But I asked you this, and I'm going to ask you again.
I'm not going to say
Give
no
me
names.
an example.
No, I'm not going to say no names.
You can't give an example.
No, I can.
Will
but
you please
because
give me an
because I don't
example?
want because I don't want to implement nobody into this that that'll be bad. That's not a good
He
thing.
just mentioned it himself. Perfect example.
I like to speak
Take it
from
from
my
the
own
horse's mouth.
perspective.
It sounds like babble.
But you know it's not babble. It's real, and you know it's real. That's why you laughing.
I'm laughing at you because you didn't. I had to ask you twice so far.
You pick your
said I
targets
pick on people
carefully.
and I said, give me an example.
You pick your
That's what bullies
targets
do.
carefully, very carefully.
So you can't give me an example?
Because
Male,
third
female
time.
bullies.
okay, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
You tiptoed around Dave Chappelle.
You talking about the last time I said something about him?
You tiptoed around Dave.
I'll give you that.
Look how fast
You
he conceded.
tiptoed like a ballerina.
Look how fast he
But
said,
what-
"Yeah, you got it."
Now I'm gonna give you that.
No.
But what did I
you
tiptoe
would
about?
you would not have did that shit on a regular motherfucker.
That's how bullies operate.
Know
Go
that
for the
Dave
weakest
Chappelle's
target who won't fight back.
Last Netflix special was not it.
And I tiptoed around it.
And you tiptoed around it
I
because
did.
you didn't
And
want
he knows he
you
did,
didn't
and
want
it's so
the smoke.
sad.
I did.
Overall.
Dishonest
And so
people.
you pick and choose your targets carefully.
You see, I didn't want the smoke.
No, because you didn't want you didn't want the backlash.
Okay, but look, let me say this because you brought it
Black
up.
people attack another black man.
I did tiptoe around how I really feel with the last special because I'm not gonna lie. It's everything that I said the time before when I spoke about him. Hot trash. No.
All right, guys. So let's pause that right there. So what do bullies do? Male, female bullies. I'm sure you guys can empathize with this. When you're younger, bullies are typically bigger than you, or they have more words than you. Bullies cut people down. They go for the easiest targets. And so whether it's I have Jordans and you're wearing Skechers, whether it's I'm physically bigger than you and you're weaker than me, whether my parents have more money than you and you have no dad, bullies go for easy targets. That's what Corey's doing. That's what Anton called Corey out. So why, in the beginning of the clip, he said, I will not call out Charles Barkley. I'll call him out on the internet. I'm a keyboard warrior. When I'm protected and safe behind my screen, I'll call it out. But when in person, oh man, I'll switch up. No, you're a big dude. Say it again. I can't do it. And so they're fake. They switch up. They do what's easiest. They do what's convenient. And so bullies on the playground, when they're picking on someone, do they pick on the kid that does karate, taekwondo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai? Do bullies pick on people that give them a challenge? No, they pick on the easiest and the weakest people. As Anton said, they select their targets carefully. That way, it's essentially punching down, doing what's easy. Let's continue.
Talking about this. See, whenever I see a woman with a man,
so this
most
is
of the time,
sassy.
if it ain't your wife, I already say to myself.
I'm going to preface this by saying he's calling out Anton for being with a woman that's not his wife.
Why is this motherfucker in the streets with you? That's how I
He's
feel
not married.
about
He be
life.
with women that aren't his wife.
I'm saying like.
So remember, he's already
that might
hypocritical.
Be a prejudice that I have.
So when you're
I
listening
can
to him
admit
now, have in
if
mind
a
that
woman
he won't call
is
out
in the
Anton to
streets
his
with a
face.
man.
He's speaking in riddles. Essentially, he's not standing on
Why?
business.
Why do you care about that? Why is that meaningful to you?
No, it's not that I care at all.
You do care.
It's
You
just
brought
not
it
my
up because you
business.
care.
But I'm saying,
See how he
if a man
backpedals?
step to me with a woman and it ain't his wife, all I do is say to myself,
You mean like checking you?
You're not married.
not checking me, brother.
Why
I'm
does it
saying
matter
like
to you?
if a man has a woman with him,
Okay.
and you know what I'm saying, it's not his wife. I don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't want nothing to do with it. That's all across the board as I've gotten older and wiser. Like if a man, If a man
I don't
got
want
a
that
woman
kind of
with him
wisdom.
and he say, "Hey, hold on, man, how you doing? This is my lady, so and so," it makes me say, "Okay, this is his lady." That's what that is. But I'm saying, like, if a man is in the streets with a woman, sitting next to a woman, and all like this, whatever, and this
Apply that to
ain't been
yourself.
explained,
You're not married.
I'm
You'll
like,
be around
hold on,
women.
what the fuck is this sucker shit? Especially if it's imposed in any way. That's what I'm saying, G.
Bro, speaking of
And
riddles.
I know you know what I'm talking about, because you ain't finna act like you ain't smart. You smart than a motherfucker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if somebody,
Wow.
if somebody introduces you, if somebody took the time,
I don't know what he's talking about.
If somebody actually walks in and takes the time to introduce you to somebody, that's being imposed on. I'm like, uh-oh.
There's people in the
That's
chat
how
say,
I
what
see
is
it.
Corey talking about?
Yes,
All the
because we don't
uninitiated
understand.
don't know what I'm
He's
talking
yapping.
about.
I'm
He's
like,
yapping.
introduce
This is
me,
what happens when you're
especially
not
if I know
confrontational,
that
you're not
person.
direct.
That's how I believe that.
This is what I know.
I
This is
think
what
you're
I am.
putting me, that me,
I admit that I am a C student.
in what?
In
like,
life and everything.
Okay.
In school and everything. I'm a C student. So the way I like to do it is I like for people to break it down to me like a C student. Help me to understand like I'm barely
Explain
graduating.
what you're saying. That shouldn't
Break
be
it down
hard.
to me like a little child. The way that you would talk to a child, talk to me.
Right.
That's why I like to do it. And it's easier for me to digest it.
I like that you said that, but see, I'm at a stage of the game.
And
I
that's
ain't got
called being
time to
scared. He
talk
just
to
checked
kids.
him. He said, say it with your chest.
I don't got time to
He
talk
just
to
checked
kids.
him.
My
See how he
kids
folded?
grown. And I'm saying, like, if they ask
And
me
I
to go
know
to the
I brought it up and I feel a
speak
way
to the
about it, but
children, I would tell the
I'm
children
not going to say
do
nothing
what's
about
right.
it.
Because I know that's what they're supposed to do. I'll be
Anton's
like,
checking in
listen,
here and
do
he
what's
folded.
right. Whenever
He said,
you get that
stand on what
feeling
you're
like
saying. You're
doing
saying something,
wrong,
say it out
then,
loud and with your
you know,
chest.
step back and do what's right. That's what I would tell kids. That way I would be able to speak
No,
from the heart.
So
Not
you're one of
going
those
for
do
it.
what I say, not what I
No.
do?
I said do what's right.
Let me tell you what my translation
what
of
I-
that is. This is my
Translate,
translation of
Anton.
that. I don't want to substantiate my argument, or I don't want to break it down to where you'll actually understand it because you may be able to break down what it is that I'm saying. So I choose to only speak
Break it
in
down.
riddles.
Say it easy for me.
And
Make
I
it
also
common
want to speak
knowledge.
in parables because then I could say, well, if you don't know, you don't know. You don't get it. Now, I might get it. I might know exactly what you're talking
So
about.
he's calling him out.
But I might act like I
He's
don't know what you're
peeping
talking
game.
about because I want you to substantiate your argument. So that's what I stand on.
But
that's why I say break it down to me like a C student so that I can truly understand exactly what you're talking about. So that we all can understand it because we all may need to learn something.
Right. So
That's
look,
what
what you
All right, so we're going to pause that there. So essentially, Anton pulled up with a woman that's not his wife. And Corey feels hurt right now about the dick sucking comment. Notice how he brings it up multiple times. It's a hurt to his pride. It's you've disrespected me. And so now he's looking for something to attack him with. And so rather than saying, "You not with your wife," who is that? What you doing, homie? So he could clear out the air, explain himself. He's throwing subliminals. Very feminine, very catty, gossipy. You don't know what's going on in their dynamic and relationship. And rather than being a man and saying, "Yo, what's going on?" and confronting him, it's called throwing shade. Very feminine. Hyper emotional men raised by single mothers typically adopt the traits of those single mothers. And so that's why these boys they don't know how to regulate their emotions. That's why they're acting like women. Super gay. And so if you are not comfortable with him, that's not his wife, call him out. Say it to his face. But he refuses to. He's been emotional this whole time. And I don't even like Anton, to be honest. If you go to his show, he be favoring the women over the men. And I don't agree with Anton all the time. But in this discussion, Corey has been the less productive member. Anton's trying to have a conversation, and Corey's getting hung up on words and hyper emotional, and then it's not becoming a fruitful conversation. But to explain on this clip, Anton's not with his wife. He brought another girl to the show. He wanted to bring her on. Rather than Corey saying, "Yo, what's going on? Who is this? Why you have her with you? You're married, ain't you? Where's your wife?" Rather than him saying that, he's like, "If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know." He's speaking in riddles, essentially not standing on business.
I'm telling you,
Here's the
this
thing.
is how it jump off. But go ahead.
Corey not going to have me back on the show because Corey is not having fun right now. This is going to be one of Corey's best shows but he's not having fun right now. And Corey seems to be a feeler. I'm more of a results-driven guy.
He's speaking in riddles.
Corey seems to be the type of person that goes off of how he feels.
Results. If you want to fight, we can fight. You don't want to,
if you
don't be emotional.
You're doing a lot of explaining to you about how the line can get crossed, but you're doing a lot of telling me what I am. I think that's homosexual.
He'll explain when the line won't get crossed, but he won't explain when he's throwing shade.
Meaning that I'm leaving open the door to
I pick and choose my bullies and victims and my targets.
I want him to correct me if I'm wrong, but I still want the freedom to be able to give my opinion. So you don't want me to get my
You
thoughts?
can have
Anton's
freedom,
giving him the same energy he gave
Why
him.
is everything from you?
No.
He was just speaking in riddles, and he said, "I won't explain." Now Anton's doing the same thing. You see, he can't handle it.
What I'm saying, like,
when does the conversation turn into homosexuality?
Think of Riley from Boondocks. That's gay. That's gay.
I'm gonna let you land because I don't want to talk over you.
I'm trying to understand it. Why is everything?
Because gay in the black community is like a death sentence. I'd rather die than be gay.
Look, I'm not saying that you gay, but what I'm saying is, if you looking at another man and you say you talking to me through another man, if I'm a man, I'm gonna say, well, I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're not getting it.
You still talk about me.
He's not getting it. It's
this
going
is a
over his
gay
head.
Conversation.
It's not.
I don't know.
So pause it right there. So essentially, Anton's giving him that same energy back. So in the last clip, the last moments of the interview, you saw that Corey's speaking in riddles and like and he's saying in general, in the generalities, if someone's with someone that's not their wife, I don't know what's going on. This is some messed up kind of situation. Instead of saying, "Yo, Anton, you not with your wife right now? Who's that with you?" Instead of pressing him in person, or literally a simple question can clear up a whole bunch of confusion that goes for relationships. So he peeps something. Rather than getting clarity and information, he'd rather do the gossipy thing. I don't know what's going on. I wouldn't do that. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. Do the right thing rather than stepping to him. So now Anton's essentially mirroring him. I think Anton's been mirroring him this whole show. You kiss ass, well, you suck dick. And now Anton's speaking in riddles, and he's mirroring him, saying that he's not enjoying the show, and he's speaking to his co-host, right, and not looking at him, and he's uncomfortable right now. He's like, "This is gay. Why are you still speaking about me to another man when I'm right here to your face? Isn't that ironic?" That's literally irony. And he said, "Be direct with me." You weren't being direct. It's going over your head. And like I said, I don't like Anton. But in this exchange, what we're seeing, what are men supposed to be? Direct, confrontational, don't beat around the bush. Say it with your chest, stand on business. Corey has not been standing on business. Now he's asking Anton to stand on business and be direct, but notice he won't be direct. And so Anton's dealing with the bully, and so now he's mirroring the bully, and the bully doesn't like it. And what is his first thing to say? "Hey man, that's gay." You could say that it's gay that you don't call him out on the wife business, but so let's see. Should be the last clip. Let's let it roll.
You still talk about me, homie. This is a gay conversation.
It's not.
When you talking to men who play in riddles,
remember Riley
and stuff
ignorance
like that,
is gay.
There's
rules, but I don't follow them.
You ain't never been to jail, have you?
Hell no, I ain't never been to jail.
I could tell.
You been
I could tell.
You been to jail?
I can tell
Nope.
you haven't been to jail.
So-
What?
So what the fuck that mean then?
I'm just saying,
You haven't
like,
been to-
if you went
see
to
the
jail,
ignorance?
they would have to
I
start
can tell you haven't been to
over
jail,
from
but I haven't been to
scratch.
jail
What would
either.
they do to you?
The people who
You would be the tough one.
No. Just let me land with
I
this.
can tell you
The
haven't been to
people
med
who
school.
are-
From
Have
a
you been to
jail
med school? No,
perspective,
but I
nigga,
can
I'm
tell.
not a jailbird. I'm never
So
going
crazy.
to jail.
I see.
The fuck is we
well,
talking
you can't
about?
say what you'll never do, but I'm saying
never going to jail, bro.
Well, okay.
I don't even
You have to
have
break
that.
the law to
I
go
don't
to
even like
jail.
that type of energy.
I'm just trying to make a point. Anton.
The hood mindset. Jail is
What I'm
a
saying
badge of
is,
honor to them.
I have been around enough people
Jail
who
is
have
peak
been
masculinity.
institutionalized where I know how to carry myself around men
not a flex.
who not finna play with you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't hang around niggas that been
I
to jail, so
disagree.
I saw for it that way. The way you saw for it is a little bit different than the way I saw for it.
Okay.
So I choose not to hang around niggas that's been institutionalized that had to carry themselves a certain way because they made a decision that they wasn't supposed to make.
And you know, it shows that you've been around people that ain't seen the other side of the game. Because some of the smartest men I know they've been to college and gave
not in the world.
Up. And it was actually a learning process.
The smartest men in the world don't go to jail.
But they still got to stand 10 toes down when they out here, Anton. I don't believe that you tried to disrespect me now that I've been
He's hung up on the meat
I don't
sucking.
believe that. I believe that you are the way you are. I am the way I am. And it can clash if people are not educated
from the street,
on how
so you
to
don't
be
understand how
around
we
each
operate.
other. Because
you ain't been to jail before, so you don't get the jail code.
Over misunderstanding.
He's throwing an intellectual shot right now.
What am I doing?
So without saying it, he's basically saying, oh, you from a different space, so you don't get the way that we move over here.
Over here
Call
or
him
anywhere
out.
in the United
Call him
States
out.
of America, and that's not a black thing. I'm talking about Caucasians, Hispanics, and Asians understand the respect level men must have when they're in front of each other.
He doesn't give respect, but he's demanding respect. Isn't that crazy?
War. That's all I'm saying to you.
I understand everything that happens.
Staying logical with them, you're gonna lose hair, brain cells.
I'm a
He's
chess
demanding respect,
That's what I've been playing my entire
but he's not
life.
giving respect. And so when he gets the same energy he gets, the bully's not happy.
Something that you wasn't expecting.
I don't go with.
Maybe I knew what you was gonna do before you did it.
Maybe, maybe. But I tell you what. That's a
You shouldn't be easily
dangerous
triggered as a
game
man.
to play, especially if you got
should
a
know that.
life that you live in. Because I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of people in the cemetery that didn't know it was going to happen like that fast. That's why out here, I try to walk under the code. There's a code
you don't.
out
You don't
here.
walk under a code.
And
You
that's why I
disrespect
said-
him
You say I don't
first.
walk under the code?
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
To his
Oh, well, a
face.
hypocrite. But what are you talking
No,
about? to
you're a
me?
hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it comes.
I believe you.
When it comes to
Call him out whenever it
specifically you
benefits
moving
him.
by a code.
I don't understand what you're
There
saying.
is no
Because
honor
you
among
think
thieves.
that you can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move.
Like a bully.
But I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied because here's the truth. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
Back to white
I like
men.
this chat. Let me tell y'all
He's
why I
talking
like
about
the chat.
everything but himself and white men.
No, listen. I
Interesting.
told you I want to come back and have a full conversation about it, or we can.
All right, the clip ends there, but what's super important is the honor of jail among the ignorant men. Ignorant black men. Seeing going to jail as a peak badge of honor and your masculinity. I've been to jail, yo. That's not a flex. Let me tell for the children listening, for the teenagers listening, having two parents is a flex. Two parents that sacrifice for you, getting good grades is a flex. Working hard and having a job and not being in the streets is a flex. You have a 9 to 5. Listen, whether you're working at Walmart, working at Subway, but you're working to pay for your degree, you're shooting and aiming for higher aspirations, and you're only doing this for a time. Listen, not being in the streets, not scamming, not robbing, not going to jail, not selling drugs. That's a flex. He said the smartest people that he knows, people have been institutionalized. You are the denominator, you are the average of who you surround yourself with. So he says, all right, so I want you to take notes. When Anton said that meat sucking stuff, people who follow the jail code, it would have popped off. The hands, they would have shot hands right away. They wouldn't have stepped to his face and say it again. That's like saying to your homie, yo, hold me back. Yeah, say it again. You won't say it again to my face, though. Having to say it once when you're already disrespected, you shoot the hands. I'm not an advocate for violence, but he's saying that he lives under that code. He hangs around, his partners hang around, and they're under that jail code. But when he said that disrespect once, you would have abided by that code and you would have shot the fade. Anton was willing to go outside and shoot the fade. You don't want to. So if you don't want to shoot the fade, you let it go. But notice how his fragile masculinity was wounded and he had to keep bringing it up. He had to bring up his jail code. Listen, there's no honor among thieves. There's no honor among the prison that people go to prison shooting the fade. They'll jump you, they'll stab you, they'll do whatever they want. There's no rule set of code. Tell them it's not a fair fight where you have a referee and they say, okay, tap out. No, people die in prison. People die in jail. There's no honor. And so why am I bringing this up? Why is this important? In the black community, what is pushed? Rappers are pushed. Drug dealers are pushed. And the music, the movies, the entertainment, the staple of masculinity. Why are there so many black women that are baby mamas? Because why does NBA YoungBoy have so many baby mamas? Why does Future have so many baby mamas? Why are these black women willing to spread their legs for thugs, for criminals, and rappers who offer nothing to them but have money and PP? Because this is what's pushed to them. This is what they think peak masculinity is. It's not just Corey Holcomb. It's for the whole community. The whole community. And now you have these younger kids are going to grow up like Corey. And they'll be sassy and they'll be bullies. They'll be sassy just like their mamas. They don't learn stoicism because they have no dad. Daddy's not around. Daddy's making more baby mamas. And so they have the single mother that's overly masculine and never gets married. And then the son is acting like the mama. And then every time someone disrespects you, you run and you get the gun because you can't fight. Someone says something about your mama, you willing to die about it. And those young men don't live to see another day because they don't know when to let stuff go. He's caught up over words. They're having an intellectual debate and he gets caught up over words. Most young people don't live long with that mindset. Most black young people end up in jail, hyper emotional, feminized. They have sassy traits. He's gossiping. He's speaking on things he doesn't know. Rather than what's the alternative? I ask you, Anton, to your face. Why isn't your wife here? Who is this woman that you're traveling with that's not your wife? You can see how it looks a certain way, or you can see how we can interpret this as negative, that this isn't your wife. But rather than being a man, having a direct confrontation and asking him, yo, what's going on? What's the situation? Explain to us. That would make for better conversation over an interview, wouldn't it? But that takes logic. That takes lack of emotion. That takes journaling skill. And so saying my partners go to jail. Why did he bring that up? Because he think that's valuable. He think that's important. I got people that hang around me that been to jail. Oh, you never been to jail. You soft. Have you been to, Anton asked him, have you been to jail? He said, no. So what are we even talking about? We're going in circles. Like I said, oh, I could tell that you're not a lawyer. Have you been to law school? No. Have you? No, I haven't been to law school, but my friends are lawyers, so I know how the lawyer code operates. And so you couldn't handle a day in law school, bro. You haven't, and so you can see how when you try to apply intellect to it, to apply logic to it, take the feelings out, you can see how dumb it is. And so Anton's mirroring him when he speaks in riddles, and he's too emotional to the fact where he can't peep game what's going on. And so if he was really said, I go about that jail code and we in the streets, men operate by a different code and we don't, people die about their respect. If you was really about that, you would have shot the fade with him. You would have fought. He said, I came to your face and I said, say it again. And you didn't say it again. Hold me back. Hold me back. Hold me back. Say it again. He wouldn't have to say it again if the disrespect was so great. If you really operated by the rules in jail and they said it, listen, they only need to say it once to pop off. They don't even need to say anything to pop off. And so because, what is it? Young men looking up to the rappers, looking up to the drug dealers, looking up to the most dysfunctional members of society. And so I thank God for my parents, man. They didn't want me sagging my pants, listening to rap music. They didn't want me being institutionalized. Their discipline has kept me off the streets. Their discipline pushed me into college to keep going. And so I'm grateful where I am for what my parents have done, the sacrificing. And it's a flex having two parents. When most parents are making bad decisions, my parents, and is it perfect? No, but my parents tried. And so don't let anybody tell you, bullies trying to bully you, saying, oh, they're trying to come at you. They worship materialism. They worship the Jordan. They worship the Nike. They worship the thing. Listen, character is something that you can't see. You can't buy character. Bullies can't buy character. Bullies can't buy integrity. And so when you look at the super rich Asian people, man, they be buying. You go to any college and you see that they be buying fake MCM or fake Chanel or the fake brands. The Louis Vuitton's freaking $800. They're buying it for $80, and then they get roasted for saying it's fake. Listen, you paid how much for your Jordans? You paid how much for this depreciating asset? You want to wear $200 jeans? Yeah, you that makes sense. It makes sense why you don't have generational wealth. It makes sense why you're not doing well. And you can't buy a good mindset. You can't pay for a good mindset. And so what he's honoring, this is a bigger example of the black community. You can bring up Boondocks. They call in Anton and Uncle Ruckus and Uncle. Go to the comment section. I'm gonna post Corey's video. Go to the comment section of how they defended him. And say, yeah, he didn't say it again. You stepped up to him, you didn't say it again. Why did you step to him? If you felt this and you tried to intimidate him and Anton wasn't intimidated, and let that be a note to you when bullies try to step to you, they go for easy targets. You fight back a little bit, that bully's gonna fall off. And so thank you guys for listening to the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you disagree with me. Let me know if I'm bugging. Your privilege, your parents did well for yourself and you don't understand the street code. Let me know if I'm wilding, if my opinion's wrong in the comments. Till next time.